brothers and sisters in Islam. Alhamdulillah, as we all know that today is our monthly discussion followed by breakfast. Your fellow brothers and sisters of this community have invited you to breakfast here at the masjid. So one of the rights and the duties of a Muslim is to acknowledge an invitation and to accept it. So we humbly request the brothers and sisters if they can remain back inshallah for a little while, so that inshallah we all can benefit from what's going to be said, and then inshallah we can benefit from the breakfast that has been prepared at our masjid for all of us. I'd be truly grateful to all of you. Jazakumullah khairan for your time and effort. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept from us all. Ameen ya Rabbil Alameen. بسم الله والحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله نشهد أن لا إله إلا الله ونشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله صلى الله عليه وعلى آله وصحبه وبارك وسلم تسليما كثيرا كثيرا أما بعد. Brothers and sisters in Islam, what is preventing me from becoming that person that Allah wants me to be? I don't think it's knowledge. I really don't think it's knowledge. I think it's our failure to reflect on what we know. Reflection is so important in a Muslim's life because reflection gives perspective to life, acknowledgement where I stand in life, and the reality of what it is I am doing. As a Muslim, when I fail to reflect on my actions and I fail to reflect on the knowledge that I'm acquiring, then it's not going to translate into becoming the action that it's supposed to be. And as Shaykh recited this morning in Surah Qaf, subhanAllah, it's a very touching surah, it's very deep. فَكَشَفْنَا عَنْكَ غِطَاءَكَ. As you are sitting here, understand this, as you are sitting here, there is a whole world playing out right around you. You can't see it. There are angels moving, there are creations moving, you just can't see it. It's just like right behind this cupboard here, these two doors, there's an entire system for this microphone. I can't see it. I could just see the wood. It's a matter of just moving the door. فَكَشَفْنَا عَنْكَ غِطَاءَكَ. Allah will remove that veil. فَبَصَرُكَ الْيَوْمَ حَدِيدٌ. Then we'll see exactly what's happening. Why is it important to reflect on the unseen? Because, my brothers and sisters, the unseen is the reality that we're truly going to see very soon. The whole world is going to open up. Like Charlie in his chocolate factory, he goes inside, oh my Allah, it's a whole new factory here. They're making all types of chocolates and candies. You see the packet, you see the chocolate, but the whole world is going to be seen. We see the creation of Allah, the Creator, and those creations that He has delegated to serve this creation is going to be seen very soon. As a human being, regardless of our age or gender, we need to reflect on these things. When we learn anything, small or big, short or for a lengthy duration, we need to sit down in seclusion just for 2 minutes. How long, everybody? 2 minutes. And reflect. Now, what does this knowledge mean to me? How can I translate this into my life? So today I want to talk about two aspects of that reflection in regards to what the author has written. The book that we are using, mashallah, is called The Ideal Muslim, i.e. how could I become the Muslim that Allah wants me to be? And this paragraph, actually the next two topics that we're going to discuss, are truly eye-openers. If you recall, a few weeks ago in my khutbah, I gave an example at the end, and I never had enough time to expand on it. I said, take for example a mother gives a child a new soccer ball. And she says to the child, take it outside and play with it. But bring it home only if it's clean. The child goes outside, calls a friend, and they're playing soccer. And there's a patch of the grass which is still wet, soggy, and it's murky because the rain had fallen and the mud is still there. And they kick the ball into that patch. Now the ball is not just dirty, it's dripping with dirt. So the child picks it up and comes home. Mom opens the door and sees the ball and says, "No, child. You can come inside, but the ball's not coming inside. The ball has to stay outside." Child says, "I want to bring it." So mom says, "Go and clean it. Here's a bucket of water." So he left the ball there in that position. Mom saw it. She said, "No, it's not coming inside. Here's a bucket of water. Go clean it." So the child takes a bucket of water, goes to the ball, and drops the bucket of water on top of the ball, leaving it in the same position that it was in the same place that it was sitting in. What happens? Initially, the ball starts becoming clean. But then, because you're accumulating water in that dirt, the ball starts rolling. And all the dirt continues to splash. Ultimately, the ball does not come inside. It is imperative for this child to go into the dirt, pick up the ball, move it from its location, hold it, and wash it. Yes, you're going to get dirty. But if the ball is clean and you're still dirty, mom will say, "Come inside, go take a shower." Because mom will never say, "You stay outside." Right? Would mom ever say, "Oh, you're dirty, stay outside the house, don't come inside"? No. Mom will say, "Come inside and clean up." What am I trying to say here? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in the Holy Quran, يَوْمَ لَا يَنْفَعُ مَالٌ وَلَا بَنُونَ إِلَّا مَنْ أَتَى اللَّهَ بِقَلْبٍ سَلِيمٍ. Understand this. The day is coming, right around the corner. The Prophet Muhammad ﷺ said, بُعِثْتُ أَنَا وَالسَّاعَةِ كَهَاتَيْنِ. The day of judgment, and I have been sent like this. What did he mean by this? Some of the mufassirin, the muhaddithin say, the distance between this finger and that finger is the timeline. Or the space between the two fingers is how close the Prophet ﷺ and Qiyamah is. It's not close, it's a reality. It's something you and I cannot deny. Reflection. So on that day, nothing is going to help us. No family member, no wealth, no property, no schemes, no sweet talk. It's not going to help us except for the one who brings to Allah qalb salim. Our hearts are going to reflect our future in front of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Now you can't take the soccer ball and put it inside on the mantle and say, "I'm going to take care of the soccer ball and inshallah come to Allah with a nice soccer ball." No, the soccer ball, the heart, has to go out. It has to live in the world. It's going to be kicked around and it may fall into dirt. Our duty as a Muslim is to pick it up from the dirt and cleanse it so my Allah will receive it. Does that make sense? We have to send it to Allah clean. It has to go back to Allah pure. There cannot be any dirt. It is my foolishness as a Muslim to be adamant on the fact that, you know what, I'll let my heart stay where it is. It's in dirt. I will let it stay in dirt. I will make dhikr. I'll make salah. I'll learn Islam. I'll keep it there. I'm going to keep on throwing buckets of water on it, but I'm not going to remove it. Tell me, brothers and sisters. For those who are listening upstairs, ask yourself, is that benefiting me? No, it's not. I need to move my heart. The author here writes, very beautifully, one's main concern is the pleasure of Allah. Today, the greatest harm I'm doing to myself and Islam is when I'm using my service of Islam for my personal gain. This is the harmful thing. Such a harmful thing. Such a harmful thing. If I'm doing something for Allah, Allah comes first. People, motives, gains, potential losses should not be the criteria on which I do what I'm doing. Because it's better I leave it and not do it. Because the harm that I will do will affect generations to come. The impact that I'll make negatively will impact generations to come. People will look at me and say, if that's what Islam is, I don't want that Islam. When I'm doing for Allah, only Allah, no one but Allah, my concern should be only Allah. A sincere Muslim seeks to earn the pleasure of Allah in everything that he does. He is not concerned with seeking the approval of others. And indeed, he may incur the wrath and hatred of people in the course of his efforts to win divine favor. Time will come in your life when you have to make a choice. Am I going to please Allah, or am I going to please the people? Look, the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ did not look for approval of people. He did not look to appease the people. He did not look to win the friends from the people. He had nothing to give back. Abu Bakr Siddiq radiallahu anhu entered Islam and he had nothing to give back to him. He rather, because of Islam, Abu Bakr Siddiq radiallahu anhu drained himself for Islam. He drained his resources and finances for Islam. He also suffered the boycott with the Muslims. He also faced starvation with the Muslims. It wasn't any perks or benefits physically for them, but that was their perks and benefits for tomorrow's world. Whenever we do whatever we do as big brothers or sisters, as spouses or parents, as leaders or servants of society, we have to look towards what my Allah wants. Not what people will give to me because I give to them what they want. Because it's a very tricky path, my dear friends. And at the end of the day, there is no winning. There's no winning. Think about it. In one home, if we are living in a home with other family members, ask yourself, have you successfully accomplished the approval and admiration of every member in the household? Is your younger brother and older sister truly happy and pleased with you? No. It's not the case. Because if you go to please one, the other will complain. They'll say, well, why do you do for that person and not for me? If you are a parent and you give to one child and not to the other, the child say, how come my brother got it and I never got it? No, because your brother accomplished. No, but that's not fair. There's no way, there is no way on the face of this earth that we will be able to successfully accomplish gaining the approval of 4 people in our lives. Remember this. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, if we seek His approval, as the author says, we may incur disconnect from people. We may see that they are not happy with us. And they may say to you, I'm not happy with you and how you do what you do. Which is fine. My goal isn't to displease you. My goal isn't to hurt you. My goal isn't to put you down. But I'm hoping if I'm pure enough in Allah's sight, you know what happens? Allah tells the angels of the throne, you know so-and-so, son or daughter of so-and-so? I love them. You know what? You should love them too. And you know how gossip goes in our societies, in our communities? Gossip of the angels starts. Hey, Allah loves that person. And now it's going viral. It's trending. The hashtag is trending on Twitter in the space, up in with the angels. From Angel Jibreel to all the angels, it's being announced. Did you know Allah loves so-and-so? Then the angel of the heavens announces to this earth that Allah loves so-and-so, son or daughter of so-and-so. You can't hear it. I can't hear it. But every single creation of Allah hears it. And they're told, you also love that person. So the creation becomes humble, subservient to you if you can win the love of one, and that is Allah. Truly, if we were to think like a business-minded person, if I know there's a successful strategy of gaining customers, and I say, you know what, I'm not going to do that, I'm going to do it my way. I'm going to go and try to convince this brother, buy my product, and then tell this brother and that brother, I'm wasting a lot of time. One may like it and tell a few friends, one may dislike it and tell the whole community, don't even buy from this person. But if you get buy-in from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He's going to tell the whole universe, those that you know and that you don't know, those creations that come in your path and those creations that will never cross your path, that Allah loves this person. So the greatest harm I'm doing to myself today through the service of Islam is if I try to displease Allah in order to please some. It's a loss in this world, and it's a loss tomorrow. The Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, whoever seeks the pleasure of Allah at the risk of displeasing the people, Allah will take care of him and protect him from them. But whoever seeks the pleasure of the people at the risk of angering Allah, Allah will abandon him to the care of the people. So what I understand from this is short-term gain, long-term loss. When I try to help the people or appease the people, they'll be very happy with me. They'll talk good about me. And I'll say, look, it's working. They're happy. They're talking good about me. But humans are human. The people that we liked yesterday, we may not like much today. And the people that we dislike today, we might really like them tomorrow. This is human nature. It fluctuates. It's never consistent. When Allah says He will leave us to the care of the people, short-term gain looks really good. But when they come down against me, nothing could stop them. And nothing could prevent their harm from me. You know why? Because Allah said, okay, I'm not going to bother you. Do what you want. If you're happy with that, do what you want. Allah's not angry. Allah's not jealous. Just do it. Take what you want from whom you want. I'm out of the picture. Take me out of the equation. Then it's only a loss. Consequently, he measures all his deeds against his desire to attain the pleasure of Allah and will retain or discard any practice accordingly. Thus, the Muslim will have appropriate standards and the straight path will be clearly signposted for him. He will avoid falling into ridiculous contradictions whereby he obeys Allah in one matter and disobeys Him in another. Or he regards something as halal legal one year and haram the next. There is no room for contradictions as long as the standards are correct and the principles are sound. One often notices people who pray devotedly in the masjid. Then when one sees them in the marketplace, they are dealing with riba. Or if they see them in the home or the street or the school and neighborhood, it is apparent that they are not applying the laws of Allah to their own selves, to their family, to their children, or to those under their care. These people are afflicted by a severe misunderstanding of the reality of Islam. This holistic religion that is in all of our affairs directs the Muslim towards a greater purpose, namely the pleasure of Allah. May He be glorified. This greater purpose leads the Muslim to measure all his deeds against the standards laid down by Allah. So the people would appear to be semi-Muslims. They are Muslims in name only. This split personality is one of the greatest dangers that Muslims are currently facing. I'm a Muslim in the masjid. I'm a Muslim in front of the people. And I'm a Muslim also in seclusion. And I'm a Muslim also in my home. I'm a Muslim when I decide to follow my desires. I'm a Muslim when I desire to follow my lust. I'm a Muslim when I desire to disobey Allah. Allah is seeing me in the masjid. Allah is seeing me outside the masjid. Allah knows what I'm doing in public. Allah knows greatly what I'm doing when I'm in seclusion. That mindset has to be recreated. Now, how can I do that? Simple question. How can I do that? What is the device, the mechanism, the tool that can help me do that? Picture your heart as a door, glass, or a mirror. In a shop or in a public space that is frequently used, you will see people when they're cleaning, they're also cleaning the glass. Hands are touching it, and you see fingerprints. If it's an ice cream store, someone rubs ice cream on the door. Okay, so you have to clean it. Imagine if no one cleaned that mirror for a year. Matter of fact, for a month. Forget a year, just for a month. It's a store that's being heavily used, a lot of traffic, and people are just touching the door. They're touching the glass, right? No one's cleaning it. What would happen to the glass? It will become murky, dirty, and it will no longer be transparent. You cannot see the other side. It is like someone has applied a film on it, a layer that blocks one from seeing the other side. Our hearts are like mirrors. They're like glass. It is imperative that we constantly keep them clean. Not that we clean them before we open shop or close shop. We're constantly cleaning them. The second someone touches it, we're cleaning it. The second someone drops something on it, we're cleaning it. Why? Because we don't want any dirt to accumulate on it. Thus, the next chapter, one regularly performs their duties and good deeds required by Islam. All the performances that are obligatory deeds and adherences in Islam are completely and devotedly performed. One does not slack in them, and nor does one cut short in them. In a hadith, Ibn Masud radiallahu anhu relates, he reports that the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam was asked, what deed is most loved by Allah? What deed is most loved by Allah? And he responded, to offer each prayer at its time. I asked him, then what? He said, treating one's parents with honor and respect. I asked him, then what? And he said, striving for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Every time we're prescribed to pray is we're cleaning that heart. We're cleaning that glass. We're polishing it up. We're not postponing it, because if we postpone it, then that dirt accumulates. And if that dirt accumulates and it stays long enough, it's going to be harder to take it off. And if it's harder to come off, then the light of Allah cannot reflect in my qalb. And if that nur cannot enter into my qalb, then my intentions, my motives, my ways change. Human beings are doing what they're doing, have sympathy on them. What's happening in our world today is because the heart has become blocked. It has become clogged. It's like a drain that has been forced and clogged to such an extent you could throw buckets of Drano down the sink and it's not going to unclog it anymore. The situation is desperate out there, brothers and sisters. The only person that can show why that is wrong is a person who has a clean heart can go and stand in the midst of people. The ideologies that are coming up in our world today, the mindset that is being developed, the actions that are being performed, the lewdness and immorality which is becoming the norm in your world, my world. We're not living in a different world, brothers and sisters. Stop this. A Muslim's world isn't separate from the real world. We are supposed to make the real world conscious about the Muslim world. We're supposed to let them know about the beauty of the real Muslim world. We're supposed to let them know the beauty of modesty and honesty and trustworthiness and shame. When these things are lost, I promise you, no masjid, no book, no scholar will help you. No one will help us. Then our grandchildren will sit here and cry and say, one time there was an Imam named Sheikh Arsalan. May Allah have mercy on his grave. He taught my grandfather this word. Let that time not come. Not in our generation. Or Islam will be lost. And I'll tell you why they will say that. Because the lust and the immorality will still knock their conscience and say, wake up, wake up, wake up. Something's wrong. And they will be seeking solutions. When people come with problems, they're not coming because they want to talk about them or boast about them. They're coming because they're seeking solutions. When a drug addict comes to the masjid, they're seeking a solution. When a person comes and says, I have a problem in life, I'm doing this, I'm seeking a solution. Why? Because my moral compass, my Allah is telling me there's something wrong in me. If I cannot reflect what that solution is, what good is that solution? So prayer, there's no excuse, brothers and sisters. We have to stop making the excuse, I'm busy, so I go to the office in the morning, I come home at night, and I pray my Fajr, Dhuhr, Asr, Maghrib, Isha. You let the whole day, millions of people smear that glass by what you saw, what you heard, what you thought, and now you think just a spray of Windex is going to clean it up. No, it's not. There's going to be residue. And if I continuously do it, that residue is going to mess up the whole mirror. How important is salah? Abu Hurairah radiallahu anhu reports, and I heard the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam say, what would you think if there were a river running by the door of any of you? Think about this example. It's such a profound example. If there was a river running by the door of any of you, and you bathed in it 5 times every day, would any trace of dirt be left on that individual? The Sahaba said, there would be no trace of dirt on him, Ya Rasulullah. Then the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, this is like the 5 daily prayers through which Allah erases sins. Through which Allah cleans that glass, that mirror, that window, so that your heart can acknowledge, absorb, and reflect the light of Allah. It's a very simple example. Glass or mirror, keep it clean so the reflection can be pure and the incoming light can be of benefit. Cleanse ourselves. Our prayer cleanses us. Our prayer cleanses our heart. Our prayer molds our actions. Then the knowledge we learn is a source of benefit if I can reflect. If I can reflect. Reflection is so important, brothers and sisters. I'll end with 4 hadith. Jabir ibn Abdullah radiallahu anhu reports that the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, the 5 daily prayers are like a deep river flowing by the door of any of you, in which he bathes 5 times every day. Ibn Mas'ud radiallahu anhu said, a man kissed a woman. Then he came to the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam and told him what he had done. There was a time when people committed sins and they knew they did something wrong. They knew they did something wrong. Sahaba became the Sahaba because they knew right from wrong. They weren't as perfect as the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ, but they were a reflection of that perfection because they tried to adopt all of it. That's the beauty. It was their effort. They let their past be their past and let their future become better than their past. They took the moment of change and made it worthwhile. When is my moment of change going to come? Is my question to you. Is it going to be when one foot is already in the grave and I can't get out of the bed and have to sit down on the floor and pray? Is that going to be my moment of change? When is it going to happen? Is it when that veil starts lifting and that whole world and the noise and the sound of that world comes to light? I'm going to change then? We all make mistakes. We all have our shortcomings and weaknesses. Never be ashamed to acknowledge it and rectify it. Teach your children the same thing. You'll make a mistake in your life, but guess what? There is a Lord that is waiting for you to acknowledge it, turn to Him, and correct yourself. Better yourself. This Sahabi kissed a woman. It wasn't a lawful woman for him. He understood he did something wrong. So he came to Prophet Muhammad ﷺ, and Allah revealed a verse. Allah revealed a verse. This is called Allah opening the doors. This is Allah giving solutions. Chapter number 11, verse number 114. And establish regular prayers at the two ends of the day and at the approaches of the night. For those things that are good, remove those that are evil. Innal hasanat yudhibna sayyi'at. The man said, did it apply to me? The Prophet Muhammad ﷺ said, it applies to all of my ummah. Last hadith. Abu Hurairah radiallahu anhu said that the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ said, the 5 daily prayers from Friday to Friday are the expiation for the sins committed in the time between prayers, so long as no major sins are committed in between. So, what does this mean? Jum'ah is a deep cleaning. 5 times prayer is a regular cleaning. Ramadan is pressure washing. See, in Florida we have humidity, so the sidewalks become black. And it's not usage, it's mold. It's actually mold. We have a lot of mold in the humid climate. I think it's the same in Houston. So you have to then take bleach or some type of substance, pressure washer, and you have to wash it. And when you wash it with a pressure washer, you literally see it shine. One move from this way, this has gone white and pure, and that's still dark, greenish, murky, and black. Now you sit there and you do pressure washing. It's hard because its reach is limited. If you lift it further, the pressure is reduced. So the closer you keep it, less area you cover, more pressure is applied. Ramadan 30 days is like a pressure wash. You have to sit there and wash it slowly. But inshallah, in 30 days, it's going to have a pressure wash. Every Jum'ah is like a deep clean. Every day Salah is the Windex. So in closing, brothers and sisters, let us now reflect for 1 minute before we all go for breakfast, inshallah. And I would humbly suggest everyone please go for breakfast first, after a minute, and then inshallah come back and pray the shuruq before they go home, inshallah, and reflect and ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So Allah, whatever I'm doing, let it be for you. Make my heart pure for you. Allow me to remove personal intentions and desires, motives, in the name of your deen that will harm me and will harm the religion. And allow me and my actions to be a pure reflection of what you want me to be. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give myself and all of us here the guidance and the understanding for this. Allow us to daily reflect on everything that we learn. Allow us to apply it, and in applying it, remove what we're not supposed to have, and become better Muslim representatives to ourselves, to our community, to our family, and the entire ummah. Ameen ya Rabbil Alameen. So if I understand, brothers and sisters,